everyone, Seb Prentice here, aka Spreader, aka Rip Boy. How's it guys, Spreader here, about to bring you a back workout. So this is the first video I'm going to be posting for you guys. I've been putting it off for quite a long time now, but I've decided that I've just got to just post it, because initially I've been thinking, no, it's not, the quality's not good enough. But I think the most important part is to just get started and then improve from there. So I'm going to take you guys through a back workout that I did a few months ago, because it's the only complete workout I have on film. And then from there I will post as frequently as I can full workout videos on my YouTube channel. I already post videos on Instagram, which are just basically short tutorial videos on some supersets that I do. But yeah, so I hope you enjoy this video series, and I will be releasing as many videos as I can, as frequently as I can. Enjoy. So basically what I did with this back workout, I just come off a 9.5 hour flight, so my energy levels were pretty low. But we started off with some chest supported dumbbell rows, and I really enjoy this movement to target my latissimus dorsi, my lats. It allows me to get a really nice contraction at the top and a lovely stretch at the bottom.
I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding on.
Now the next exercise that I chose was a cable pullover. What you may ask is, why a cable pullover, not a dumbbell pullover? Simply, it's literally just personal preference. I don't find it particularly easy to get the mind-muscle connection with dumbbell pullovers, so I usually resort to cable pullovers. I do tend to switch them up to keep my body on its toes. The next exercise that I chose was the single arm cable row. Now I chose this because I usually find that with dumbbell rows, with the free weights, I'm putting a lot of strain on my joints, on my shoulder joint and my elbow, and seeing as my energy levels were already depleted, I just wasn't keen to risk injury. And I also find that this exercise, you can keep a lot of tension on the muscle throughout the movement. Lovely squeeze at the top and then a beautiful stretch at the bottom. So the next exercise that I chose was a variation of the lat pulldown, and I decided to take two of the pulley handles that you usually use for your cable crossovers, and I actually attached these to the lat pulldown machine, and I found this was really a really cool movement. I got a great pump from it, and it was just to switch things up, because I really think it's important to always throw something different into your workouts, and this is something I've never done before. When you're training back, you usually engage your rear delts, your posterior deltoids in any case. So what I usually like to do is during a back workout, I'll target my posterior deltoids just for a few sets, to just hit them whilst they've warmed up and whilst they're firing, to just put them under a little bit extra stress, because they are a muscle group that tends to be ignored by the majority of lifters. So it's a good way to throw them in. Another reason I find it important to target your rear delts is because a lot of the movements in the gym that we do, especially with the upper body, are very dependent on the anterior deltoids, which means your front delts, which means that we'll have an overly developed front delt and an underdeveloped posterior delt, which will give us a poor posture, like it sort of rounds your shoulders forward, and I'm trying to correct that and fix my posture. So next up, I went with some pull-ups. It's absolutely vital for me to get pull-ups in, because it's a lift of mine, not a lift, I don't know what you call it, calisthenics and lift, a pull of mine that I've really been working on and I'd really like to improve upon. And I want to get a really high score when we test, so that's why I've been doing so many pull-ups lately. Okay, so next up, I just wanted to address a couple of things. So number one, what am I shooting this on? So for the meantime, I'll be shooting this on my phone, which is a Nokia 5, and it's got a 14 megapixel video camera, if I'm not mistaken, which is what I'm using. And when the lighting's good, it looks amazing, but at times it doesn't look great. I will be saving up so that I can put out some better footage for you guys, but bear with me in the meantime. I am looking to improve as we go along. Next up, why did I start this page? I started it because I want to elaborate more on my fitness journey and share more with you guys and be able to describe things in more detail, because when you're just describing things on Instagram, it's a little bit difficult to really go into depth, because sometimes you're limited. You know, I've only been posting short video clips, and I just want to really be able to share full workouts and give a lot more insight and bring you guys along with me on this whole fitness journey. So I hope that you enjoy this and that it can help you out, and that following my journey is something that brings some sort of benefit to your lives as well. Okay, and lastly, before I show you guys some of the highlights of the training I've been doing this year, I would just like to shout out Jared Lurie for getting me involved in fitness, like in the gym actually, for the first time. Shout out Daniele Del Sol for actually telling me to just stop caring about what other people think and getting this shit started. And shout out to my mom for giving me the opportunity to do everything that I do. So I hope you guys enjoy these next couple clips.
Fucking hoes and popping pillies, man, I feel just like a rock star.